Dogs have an almost magical ability to sense when their owners are coming home, and it's not just coincidence. Science shows that dogs rely on a combination of their powerful senses, emotional intelligence, and daily routines to predict our arrivals. Their sense of smell is up to 100,000 times stronger than ours, allowing them to detect the fading scent we leave behind. As time passes, they can actually gauge how long we've been gone based on how much of our scent remains in the house. Dogs are also incredibly observant. They memorize patterns, the sound of your footsteps, your car's engine, or even the specific time you usually return. Some studies suggest they can associate environmental cues like changes in daylight or household sounds with your arrival. But beyond science, it's their emotional bond that makes this connection so special. Dogs don't just sense us, they feel us. They live attuned to our rhythms, moods, and presence. That joyful greeting at the door isn't just excitement. It's love, loyalty, and recognition of their favorite human returning to their world. It's a daily reminder that to your dog, you're not just family, you're everything. What seems like a magical connection between dogs and their owners is actually a beautiful blend of biology, instinct, and emotion. Dogs experience the world primarily through scent. Their sense of smell is up to 100,000 times more sensitive than that of humans. When you leave the house, your scent begins to fade gradually. Over time, your dog learns to associate the diminishing strength of that scent with the duration of your absence. This allows them to predict, almost like a natural clock, when you're likely to return. But it doesn't stop there. Dogs are experts at picking up on patterns and environmental cues. The rumble of your car from a distance, the sound of your footsteps, or even subtle vibrations in the ground. They recognize the unique rhythm of your daily routine and can sense when something changes. On a deeper level, this connection is fueled by emotional attunement. Dogs are empathetic creatures that tune into their owner's energy and emotions. When you start heading home, the excitement or anticipation you feel can unconsciously influence your body language and scent, and your dog picks up on it, even from afar. So when you see that loyal companion waiting at the window, tail gently wagging before you even arrive, it's not magic. It's love, memory, and sensory brilliance woven together. A living reminder that a dog's loyalty goes beyond reason. It's a bond that bridges distance, time, and even silence. Dogs inhabit a world that revolves around scent, a realm far richer and more complex than what humans can ever imagine. Their noses are biological marvels, equipped with up to 300 million olfactory receptors, while we have only about 6 million. This incredible difference gives dogs a superpower. They can detect the faintest whiffs of chemicals, hormones, and scents that would be completely invisible to us. In fact, trained dogs can track missing people, detect diseases, and even sense emotional changes in humans, all through smell. But there's another fascinating layer to this sensory brilliance. The Jacobson's organ, also known as the vomeronasal organ. Located in the roof of a dog's mouth, this special structure detects pheromones, chemical signals that communicate information like emotion, fear, or even familiarity. It's a kind of E6 sense that allows dogs to interpret the world in a way we simply can't. When it comes to their owners, dogs use this powerful combination of scent detection and chemical communication to maintain a connection, even across distance. As your scent slowly fades from the home throughout the day, your dog subconsciously tracks that change. Over time, they learn to associate a certain level of scent fading with your typical return time. So when that threshold is reached, when your scent is just faint enough, your dog senses it's almost time for you to come home. It's not psychic ability, but rather a beautifully evolved system of biology, memory, and love working in harmony. To your dog, every breath of your scent is a message, one that says, you're still here, you're coming back, and I'll be waiting. When you walk through the door after a long, tiring day, and your dog greets you with uncontainable joy, it's far more than simple excitement. It's the culmination of deep familiarity, emotional intelligence, and instinct. Dogs are masters of routine and observation. They memorize the daily rhythm of your life, the time you usually leave, the pattern of your footsteps, even the specific hum of your car engine. Their incredible sense of hearing and smell lets them recognize your presence before you even reach the door. But what's truly remarkable is how dogs blend science and emotion in their connection with us. They can sense the gradual fading of your scent throughout the day, almost like tracking the passage of time. As that scent reaches a familiar level, they seem to know it's nearly time for you to return. Combine that with their sensitivity to sound and vibration, and your dog becomes a living detector of your arrival, one powered by devotion as much as biology. This isn't just about sensory perception, it's about bonding. A dog's loyalty runs so deep that your presence shapes their world. Every jump, wag, and lick is their way of saying, "You're home. I missed you. My world is complete again." Dogs perceive time in a way that's completely different from humans, not through clocks or calendars, but through their incredible sense of smell. When you leave home, your scent lingers everywhere, on furniture, clothes, and in the very air of your home. To a dog, that scent is like an emotional fingerprint, comforting, familiar, and uniquely yours. As hours pass, the scent gradually fades, and your dog can detect even the slightest change in its intensity. This ability gives them a kind of olfactory time perception, a smell clock that allows them to measure how long you've been gone. Over days, weeks, and months, dogs start noticing patterns. They subconsciously record how long it usually takes for your scent to fade before you return, whether it's after a few hours at work or a full day away. This learning process helps them anticipate your arrival with surprising accuracy. So when your dog suddenly perks up, walks to the door, or sits by the window just minutes before you come home, it's not random. It's the result of a carefully learned routine based entirely on sensory cues. In addition to scent, dogs pick up on other subtle environmental signals. The position of the sun, ambient noises, or even household routines, like the hum of evening appliances or changes in light, become part of their internal schedule. Combine, these clues reinforce their awareness of your daily pattern. But beneath the science lies something deeply emotional. Your dog's anticipation isn't just about habit, it's about connection. That waiting by the door isn't a mechanical response. It's a gesture of loyalty and love. They remember your absence because your presence means safety, warmth, and joy. Every time you return, it's the highlight of their day, a reunion their senses and heart have been waiting for. It's proof that for dogs, time isn't measured in hours, but in moments spent with you. From the smallest Chihuahua to the largest Golden Retriever, this remarkable behavior transcends size, breed, and background. It's something deeply ingrained in the canine heart. Across the world, countless stories echo the same pattern. Dogs who somehow know their owners are coming home long before any sound or sight gives it away. One well-known story tells of a border collie who every single day would rush to the window exactly 10 minutes before its owner's bus arrived, without fail, as if following an invisible timer. Another tells of a golden retriever who would quietly stand at the top of the stairs, tail gently wagging, ears alert, long before the family car could even be heard turning onto the street. It's easy to call it magic, but science offers an astonishing explanation. Dogs' sense of smell and their ability to detect minute environmental changes work together to create what's essentially a biological clock. They can sense the slow fading of your scent throughout the day, and when it reaches a familiar low point, they instinctively know it's almost time for you to come home. Add their sharp hearing and keen sense of routine, and the result feels almost supernatural. Yet beyond the biology lies something far deeper: emotion. Each time your dog waits by the door or stares out the window, it's not just habit, it's hope. It's hope. It's love waiting in physical form. And when you finally walk through that door, the tail wags, the happy spins, and that bright, adoring gaze all say the same thing. You're home. I knew you'd come back. I've been waiting for you. This remarkable ability isn't just about scent. It's about loyalty and love woven into every fiber of a dog's being. Dogs don't simply exist alongside us. They observe, remember, and respond to every part of our lives. They live in a sensory-rich world, one where emotions have smells, sounds, and patterns. They can sense when we're afraid, detect the excitement in our tone, or recognize the heaviness in our footsteps after a difficult day. Their sensitivity goes far beyond instinct. It's empathy in its purest form. Dogs are masters of observation. They learn our daily rhythms, from the sound of our alarm clocks to the way we grab our keys before leaving. Every action, every habit becomes part of their understanding of who we are. And they use that knowledge to stay connected, to comfort us, protect us, and anticipate our needs before we even speak. That's what makes them more than just pets. They're companions who share our joy, sense our sorrow, and fill the silence with presence. Their ability to predict our arrival is just one example of their extraordinary awareness, a reflection of a bond so deep that it transcends words. In their eyes, loyalty isn't a choice, it's their nature. When we talk about scent, we're not merely talking about smell. We're talking about chemistry, about the invisible language that connects dogs and humans on a molecular level. Every person emits a unique chemical signature made up of microscopic particles released through our skin, breath, and hair. These molecules tell a story, one that shifts with our emotions, health, and even the time of day. Dogs, with their extraordinary olfactory systems, can interpret this chemical language in ways we can't begin to imagine. They don't just recognize that you are you. They can distinguish your morning scent from your evening scent, detect when you're tired, stressed, happy, or anxious, and even notice the subtle biological changes that occur when you're on your way home. To them, your scent is alive, constantly evolving, always speaking. When a dog senses your return, it's not a single cue that alerts them, but a blend of signals. The fading and returning of your scent, the faint vibrations from familiar footsteps or engines, and the environmental patterns they've memorized through routine all merge into a seamless awareness. It's as if their senses are performing a symphony, each note perfectly tuned to your presence. And conducting that symphony is loyalty. No matter how complex the science, at its core lies love, an unshakable devotion that drives your dog to wait, to sense, and to celebrate you the moment you walk through the door. In Tokyo, a Shiba Inu waits faithfully by the elevator every evening at precisely 6:15, tail wagging in quiet anticipation. In New York, a beagle perches on a balcony, eyes fixed on the street below, ears twitching at the faintest sound of its owner's familiar car. And in the sunlit hills of rural Italy, a mixed-breed farm dog somehow knows when the workers will return from the fields, greeting them right on cue each day. These stories may unfold in different corners of the world, but they share a common truth: the extraordinary ability of dogs to sense our presence and anticipate our return. This isn't mere coincidence or simple routine. It's a remarkable blend of biology, intuition, and emotion. Dogs use their heightened senses, smell, sound, and even subtle environmental changes to track us in ways that science is only beginning to understand. Their noses detect the fading and reappearing chemical traces that mark our absence and return. Their ears pick up vibrations and frequencies far beyond human hearing. But beyond the science lies something deeper, an emotional intelligence forged through centuries of companionship. Dogs don't just recognize our patterns, they feel them. They wait because their hearts are tuned to ours. Across every culture and climate, the shared story reminds us of a timeless truth. The connection between a human and a dog isn't just instinct, it's love in its purest, most loyal form. At its core, this story is beautifully simple. Dogs love us, everything they do, from the way they wait by the door to the joyful leaps when we return, comes from that deep, unwavering affection. They pay attention to the smallest details, not out of curiosity, but out of care. They know our footsteps, our moods, and even the way our scent changes when we're happy or sad. To them, every moment we're away leaves a quiet emptiness, and every return fills their world with joy again. This connection isn't accidental. It's the result of thousands of years of companionship, a bond forged through shared history and mutual trust. Dogs evolved alongside humans, learning our habits, reading our emotions, and adapting their instincts to fit into our lives. Over generations, that bond became something extraordinary, a partnership not just of survival, but of love. Every sniff, every paw at the door, every wagging tail is their way of saying, "I missed you. You matter to me." It's a language without words, spoken through gestures of pure devotion. And in those simple greetings, that ecstatic welcome home, we're reminded that love doesn't need language to be understood. It only needs presence and a loyal heart waiting by the door. So the next time you step through your front door and are greeted by that burst of pure joy, The wagging tail, the eager eyes, the happy whimpers. Take a moment to appreciate what's really happening. It may seem magical, but it's a beautiful blend of science and emotion. Yes, your dog's extraordinary nose can detect microscopic molecules in the air, and their brain can recognize intricate patterns in your routine. They know the sound of your car, the rhythm of your footsteps, even the subtle shift in your scent as you approach. But beyond all that incredible biology lies something far more powerful: love and loyalty. Your dog isn't just reacting to your presence, they're celebrating it. To them, your return isn't just the end of absence, it's the restoration of their world. Every moment apart feels incomplete, and every reunion is a moment of pure happiness. This isn't mere instinct, it's devotion in its purest form. A dog doesn't care about time, possessions, or status. What matters is you, the person they trust, the one they wait for, the one they love unconditionally. To your dog, your return isn't just expected, it's the best moment of their entire day, every single day. Dogs have an uncanny way of teaching us life's most profound lessons through the simplest gestures. They show us patience, waiting by the door day after day, never doubting that we'll return. They embody intuition, sensing our moods and offering comfort when words fall short. And they remind us to find joy in the smallest moments: a walk, a cuddle, a shared glance that speaks volumes. To a dog, the act of you coming home isn't routine, it's a celebration. It's proof that love endures, that connection matters, and that loyalty never fades. In their world, every nuzzle, every wag of the tail is a tiny miracle of affection, an unspoken a welcome back that never loses its warmth. Through their eyes, we're reminded that life's meaning isn't found in grand gestures or distant goals, but in the quiet, consistent presence of love. No matter how chaotic or uncertain the world feels, your dog sees one simple truth: that you are their center, their comfort, their home. And in that moment, as you kneel to greet them and feel that familiar rush of happiness, you realize it too. In their gaze, you are always exactly where you belong. If this story about the remarkable bond between humans and dogs touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Explainer, where we bring you more inspiring, thought-provoking, and heartwarming stories every week. Each episode dives deep into the hidden wonders of the world around us, the science that explains life's mysteries and the emotions that make us human. Dogs, perhaps more than any other animal, remind us of what connection truly means. Their loyalty is unwavering, their intuition extraordinary, and their love unconditional. They don't just exist beside us, they live with us, sharing in our routines, emotions, and even our energy. Every time you leave home, your dog feels that absence. Every time you return, they feel that joy. Behind each wagging tail and excited bark is an unspoken story of devotion, one that blends science and emotion in perfect harmony. Their incredible sense of smell, their ability to track time through scent, and their instinct to notice patterns all speak to their brilliance. But what makes the bond truly magical isn't just biology. It's the love that drives those senses. It's the way a dog's world revolves around you, how your footsteps are the heartbeat of their day. So as you continue exploring the fascinating intersection between science and emotion with The Explainer, remember this: your dog isn't just waiting for you, they're thinking of you. And long before you even grab your keys, they're already anticipating your return. Tail ready, heart full. That's the beauty of this bond, timeless, wordless, and endlessly, because for every story we tell about dogs, there's an even greater one happening right now. In living rooms and doorways all around the world. A reunion, a joyful bark, and the purest reminder that love doesn't need words, just presence.